Happy New Year. It's 2025. And let's get it. I loaded. We got
Lance Trill in the building, man.
we got my boy
Adrian in the building.
DJ, the host who does the most. Couldn't be here today because he's doing the most. But no, what's y'all wanted to? First of all, what was y'all's New Year like? Like bringing into 2025. What was it like? How did y'all do that?
I was bringing in 2025.
Yeah.
Shit, I brought in 2025. I was in Vegas, man, gambling, but just getting ready. I feel like I'm gonna gamble a lot this year. You know what I mean? Putting it all on the table.
And roll that dice.
Yeah. Exactly.
She was on for your New Year.
Shit, I really just kicked it with the guys, man. And then I think the morning of New Year, or of the New Year, I just planned the fuck out of my year. I use Chat GPT, plan the fuck out of my year. Try to get like a solid routine down, monthly goals and shit like that. That way, like I'm really being intentional with like hitting certain target marks or whatever, rather than like sitting there focusing on like the big broad goal. Just trying to hit little minor shit over time and let the end goal just kind of come as a result for real. What about you though, bro? How you brought it in?
Not forcing nothing.
Cool.
It is what it is. Yeah, exactly. How I rang in 2025, I was with the homies, we turned up a little bit, the last little pop out of the year. But then, going forward, the next day, I'm like you said, planning and everything. I'm trying to move different or move, not even move different, just move better than the last year. Just elevate on everything you did do, and any accomplishment you did have in 2024. Just build on that.
Yeah, nah. Shit, nah, definitely move different though for sure. Um, I was just seeing something and it was talking about how like that old
That's
version.
all in the mic.
Yeah. But like that old version of you, it gotta die. Like that old version that like used to tolerate bullshit or that used to tolerate procrastination and like just being lazy and shit like that. Like that person has to go. That version of yourself has to leave completely, or else you're just gonna keep falling into the same circles or cycles that you were previously falling into the last year. And if you don't want that to be the case, then you gotta kill your old self. And like that starts with like holding yourself accountable. Like I think a lot of people have a big problem with like holding themselves accountable. Like they always like looking outside of themselves for answers or like to blame other people and shit like that. But like they don't realize when you do that, you take the control out of yourself to be able to like solve your problems by placing it on other people. So now it's like, oh, well, my mom didn't do this for me, so now I'm like fucked up. So now it's your mama fault that you where you at today, and now she's gonna be the reason that you get out of that place. Nah, that ain't really how it works. So it start with accountability and like one thing that's really important to do in the beginning of the year, bro, or even the end of the year for real, is like sit there and like take account of all the things that went well, all the things that went wrong, or like just a little off, and figure out why they went that way, and be honest with yourself too. Because like if you can't be honest with yourself, how you gonna be honest with anybody else on this earth? So start there for real, and then shit once you do that, you can really just maximize and flip that shit and achieve different results. But yeah,
What do y'all feel like is, a lot of people always say, like we said, like you got to move different and being accountable. That's very important because you can't say I'm gonna do big things in the year and then look at the end of the year and be like, damn, what the hell? What happened? What did I do wrong or some shit? You weren't keeping yourself accountable. So like, what do y'all feel like some tips or like the biggest way to keep yourself accountable for your goals going into the next year? Like staying in the gym, you know what I'm saying? Making X amount of money for each month or whatever. What do you feel like is the a good tip for that?
yeah, I'll say some shit. Just like back to what you said, like about accountability and stuff. You know what I mean? You just gotta you gotta give yourself that power to do that. You know what I mean? So if you want
if you want to give it to yourself, you have to put everything on yourself. You know what I mean? So you gotta just not blame no one else for anything else. So like if you got a gym partner, you know what I mean? If they don't go to the gym one day, like it can't stop you from going to the gym. You know what I mean? You can't just piggyback off of that. You just gotta stay to yourself, and as an individual, you know what I mean? You just gotta hold yourself accountable. So that is the moral of it.
I'm really glad you said like as an individual too, because like and shit, it starts with you for real. Like,
and that's everything.
Yeah.
Across the board. Like if you want your day to go one way, you know what I mean? You gotta plan it out and have your day go that way. You know what I mean?
can't nobody else do it but you. Even when people on their like not a journey, but like their isolation journeys for real, like knowing how to isolate yourself to just like handle business. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Now, one thing I do have to say about like the whole isolation culture or whatever, or like the whole thing about isolation, is like you gotta kind of know like when it's right and when it's wrong to be isolated too, because you also got to realize like yeah, like isolation is cool for those moments of like reflection and stuff like that, but you also got to find ways to get yourself back out of that isolation mode too, because like we don't grow, like naturally humans don't grow and thrive in isolation. If you look back in like ancient times and shit like that, like people was thriving in communities where like everybody had their role, you know what I'm saying? Like so we thrive as humans in networks and in communities where we can like bounce ideas off of each other and really just kind of grow, because iron sharpens iron at the end of the day. So like yeah, like for real, for real. So like I think it's very important and it's valuable to have those moments of isolation, but it can't be like a full year isolation or something like that, because like yeah, it gets addictive, bro. Like you get to a point, you at the end of your year, and now it's like, damn, I don't want to go out with nobody. Or if I do go out with people, now I don't know how to act. Like I don't know how to like communicate and do all these other different things that I normally used to do.
So picking up what you said, like knowing when to isolate. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
It gotta be a balance.
yeah, you got to know your season.
Exactly. Like you said, it's gotta be a balance, you know.
Yeah,
The further you get in, you know, the harder it is to get out. So
that's a fact.
you gotta stay at least reachable.
Cause
One foot in, one foot out.
yeah, bro. Cause too much of anything hurt any man, for real, for real. And that's with anything. But like, to kind of bring it back to your question now, to talk about like what's some ways to stay accountable throughout the year. I know some things that's been working for me. Is really like having everything that I want for the year in places that I can see every day. So I got it on my phone. I got it on like dry erase boards. I got it on like just different shit that I can see on a daily basis. That way, like, all right, if I have a day or a streak of days that I'm fucked up or like just not doing that shit, I can always look at it and be like, all right, well, this is what I need to get back to. So I'm always like having at least a definitive path that I can like bring myself back to if I like get a little bit off. Because I mean, it's natural, bro. Like niggas gonna have off days. Niggas ain't gonna be like 100% or like whatever every single day. But as long as you maximizing the amount of days that you are productive and you are doing shit, then shit, it really just kind of plays, to your favor in the long run.
It's a
But
good thing you're throwing it like you're throwing your goals and everything like back in your face. Like
yeah,
just look like on your phone or like on your mirror. A lot of people like we push it on our mirrors. You know what I'm saying? Like
Keep it there, keep it on your mind.
yeah, you have no choice but to see it at that point.
shit, niggas be having fucking New Year's resolutions every year, and a lot of shit don't be changing because it's like that initial excitement of doing anything for the first time. It's like, all right, cool, hell yeah, like that initial motivation is cool, like to get your shit jump started. But it's gonna take a lot more than just a little motivation to keep you going, keep you sustained, and actually doing shit. That comes with discipline, bro. Yeah.
I feel like we were just talking about that too. Like it's not supposed to be like good in the beginning. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna do the most work in the beginning, and then once you actually start, like shit, it's all up from there. Sky's the limit.
Crazy part is though, like the starting part, yeah, it be hard, but like niggas don't even talk about the place that you get to when you start, and like you start getting a little motion, and then you hit like a little plateau. Niggas don't talk about that like whole little barrier.
They
that you
think it's
gotta
just
go
all
through.
us, nigga. Y'all didn't even see the roller coaster before this
You gotta
shit, bro.
hit the
Like
valleys of despair real quick, man.
That's just everything.
Yeah, bro. That shit make you a man. That shit let you know if you really want some shit or not, though.
facts.
For real, for real.
Every real like real go getter, every real hustle, they know that shit. Though, you know what I'm saying?
bro.
Like you said, that makes you a man.
If you could sustain it and hold through them moments, it's like, damn, I don't know what the fuck finna go down. Like, I don't know, you know what I'm saying? If you can stay through that shit, bro, you gonna be straight.
Y'all just stuck it out. Y'all gonna make it.
I just want to say something. Go ahead. Okay, bet. So what that made me think about was just like life is very simple. You know what I mean? It's just like if you can accomplish one thing, you can accomplish anything. You know what I mean? So anything you have accomplished, I think a good way to start your year and stuff like that is to compare what you want to what you already have. You know what I mean? Work with what you already have. So what have you done? If you're successful in the gym, you know what I mean? Why are you successful in the gym? How do you build and grow your muscles? You know what I mean? You have to tear that shit down. It has to be bad. It has to get worse. You know what I mean? You gotta hate yourself in the mirror to do something about it. You know what I mean? So yeah. So like it kind of like it builds up. You know what I mean? Like the worse, like not even the worse it is, the better the outcome. But it's just like there is gonna be a plateau, and that plateau is gonna be a long ass time. But the longer that plateau is, the bigger it is whenever you come back. You know what I mean? So it's just like that's just everything, bro. You gotta tear it down to build it stronger. You know what I mean? So that's how you grow. It's just time under tension. That's just with everything.
That's facts. Like, exactly. Bro, that faith of a mustard seed, bro. Real shit, man. Hey. I like how we was talking about like the isolation, you know what I'm saying? Knowing when to isolate. Okay, but now the flip hand, like when the not okay, now that you already isolate, you master isolation, you master, you know what I'm saying, everything you got going on your end. When is it time to implement that to the people around you, you know what I'm saying, to connect them and help them create more opportunities for themselves? When is the time to do that then?
Shit, right away, bro. Right away, because it's just like family. You know what I mean? Like family's always gonna be there, but they're they're always there. You know what I mean? Like you might not be most favorable with your brother and sister. You know what I mean? You might not like them the best, but you got the most love for them because they've been there since day one. Like you know what I mean? That's the only person who's been with you your whole life, your brother and sister. So it's just like that's just crazy. Like it's crazy to think about. I don't know. But yeah, it's just like that. Like I would implement like the same thing with your friends. Your friends got to be your family, so it's just got to be right away. Anything that they're doing, you got to support it, just even before it takes off for them. But the same thing with you. Like before your shit takes off, like you got to pay attention to who's there before. You know what I mean? And then it's gonna be those same people, hopefully, or less. You know what I mean? Afterwards, anything after that, anything after success is probably gonna be a little fraudulent. You know what I mean? So it's just it is what it is.
No, facts. Like, cause your friends, family, they should be the ones that should be supporting you the most right now. It's always gonna be, it's gonna be hella people for the congratulations, but not enough people for the grind and like, you know what I'm saying? Like, real shit. I gotta anybody that got secret animosity towards their friends, you gotta get that shit out. Like 2025 for real. Like that go for niggas and females, bro. Like you should be in their corner 100% every time. Like we all gotta win type shit.
And that's like, yeah, that's gonna be your strongest tools, bro. Is your foundation, your team, your community. You know what I mean? Just like raising a kid takes a community, so it takes a community.
Takes a village, yeah.
Just like everything, or a village, or whatever. Yeah. See, I don't need no kid right now. No. But yeah, you gotta build that up, man. You gotta build your village.
And that shit really comes to like just being a good person all around, bro. Like it, like you kind of said earlier, bro. Like if you there for other people in your circle and stuff like that, of course, they're gonna want to be and reciprocate the same to you. It's just a matter of like kind of getting what you put out into the world. And that same thing goes with anything. Like you got to realize, bro, we live in an exchange based society where if you want rewards, you must do said thing. You must do this work. You must do this, whatever the case may be. If you want love out of life, you must give love. You know, everything kind of comes at a price. You just must be willing to pay that price.
And with that being said, too, it's like it is that, you know what I mean? But you can't also it goes back to giving someone else the power to make you happy or not. You know what I mean? You can't give someone that amount of power. So the way you do that is you don't expect nothing back from someone. You know what I mean? So you just give out because you know that that's what's going to come back, regardless of how it looks. Exactly. So it don't matter how it looks if it comes even from that person that you gave it to. You know what I mean? It could just not come from them. So like anything that does happen, you know what I mean? Like they might need to be there for you at one point, but they're not gonna be there because life is life, and people aren't just. It doesn't just work like that. You know what I mean? And so, but you got to be so like locked in like with yourself and know that and have the faith that that is what it is and that you're that good person putting the amount out that like it's just gonna come back one way or another, bro. Because like it's just like you say, you get out what you put in. But like, damn, I forgot exactly what I was gonna go into. But
No,
yeah,
you was
that's
building
basically
with that though.
Damn.
I ain't gonna lie though, bro. That shit, it's easier said than done though. That's for sure.
Exactly.
Like it's
Yeah,
easier said
it's
than done.
we live in a fucked up world. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
bro.
But
I mean, we live.
people say like matching energy though. Like as bad as you want to match the energy with something, you can't fight dirt with dirt. You feel me?
Yeah, bro.
You just can't.
Shit, two wrongs don't make a right, man.
Yeah.
That's what shit.
It's a sad truth, but like,
Yeah.
hey,
I mean, unfortunately, but like you got to think too. At the end of the day, like we not only fighting like societal views and shit like that, but we also fighting like the wars in our mind as well. It's like you get in these positions right where you are putting yourself out there for other people and like your friends or whatever the case may be, and like you might get in situations where they can't fuck with you, like they genuinely cannot be there for you or whatever. You can't sit there and be like, oh, well, fuck them. Like, I ain't never going to go do this or that, whatever the case may be.
they didn't come to my birthday dinner. I fucked them. I'm cutting it off.
Come on, man. Like, that shit cool and all when you a kid and you just on some selfish shit. But, like, when you get older, bro, you got to understand that we all live in our own very complex lives. Like, we all got our own shit going on. And you got to respect that as a friend, as somebody who genuinely cares for somebody. You can't just sit there and like have your point of view be the only view possible. Like we gotta humble ourselves and like understand that we are not the main person in everybody's life. You know, and it just don't work like that. It will never work like that.
That's real. We all got our own complex lives each and every day. But at the same time, we got the same 24. What you gonna do with your 24 hours? You know what I'm saying?
I'm about to say that goes like this is saying, you know what I mean? You throw everyone's problems up in the air and it comes down, you're gonna want to grab your own problems, you know what I mean? You don't want no one else's stuff because everyone got their own battle. So you're very right. You gotta humble yourself, bro. Stay humble. And shit, that table, bro, that round table, that shit turns. Like that shit turns fast. So at any time, the tables can turn. You know what I mean? So just stay humble. That's what it is.
Stay humble, facts.
And it's on both sides. You doing good, it can turn bad. If you're doing bad, it can turn good any second. So
And that's why, bro. That's what I was saying. Like, you can never just get too comfortable, bro. Like, when it be good, you feel like, okay, I can coast a little bit. No, bro, you got to keep that same hunger, bro.
No, for real.
I read this quote in the book like a month or two ago, and it was saying that like nothing is ever as good as it seems, and nothing is ever as bad as it seems. So it's like the same shit, bro. Like two sides of the same token, bro. Like shit can go one way or the other any day, bro. You never know when your day is, you know, over with. Like you got these moments of struggle, and then you got these moments of like triumph, and you winning, and all this other shit. You can go right back to losing again because you just never know. That's just how the shit work, bro. We live in a roller coaster life, bro. Shit, and you also got to think too. You got to give yourself grace, bro, because it be a lot of shit that people be tripping about that they have no control over. Like also in accountability, you also have to take account of like what you are in control of and what you aren't. Anything outside of your control, don't even trip about it because like it ain't really on you. You know what I'm saying? Now, if it is in your control and you fucked up about it, do something about it. That's as simple as that. But stressing about shit that ain't in your control, that shit ain't gonna do nothing but drive you crazy.
I think it's a quote or a prayer, something like it's like you gotta accept what you can't control, know what you can't control, and then like know the difference between the two or something like that. But
That's understandable, bro. I think a lot of people be tripping about that shit. Like, tripping about shit that they can't control. That shit will drive you insane, bro.
literally, that shit would drive me insane.
Because you can't do shit about it.
You don't just keep bitching about the shit over and over again. And can't
bro.
nothing change about it. So what do you? You're not getting a result. You're the definition of insanity.
Nah, that's a fact, bro. The crazy part is too, like people think that like sitting there talking about their problems all day, every day is gonna like make the problem less of a problem. But really, all that shit do is magnify your problem. And now you like staying stuck in this one place just because you making it your reality, bro. Like your mind dictates your reality, bro. If you wanna solve a problem, change your mind on solving the problem, change your perception of the problem itself. Uh, Granted, easier said than done for shit show, but it must be done though. I ain't gonna lie.
Well, I mean, once you understand that though, I mean, shit is it get easy. It get easier to do.
Exactly. All you gotta do is understand that you do got that power and
Yeah.
that you're only in control of your reaction to everything. So everything's going to happen. What can't happen is going to happen. You know what I mean? So everyone's gonna get in a car accident. Everyone's gonna lose someone. Like it's just bound to happen. God forbid. But it's just about how you react to it. You know what I mean? And moving forward, bro. Like no matter whether it's a good thing or a bad thing, it's just what's next. You know what I mean? Life goes on.
Life goes on, and have some confidence with it. Like you can, what I'm saying. Like bad things happen, but you got over the last bad thing. You built for this shit. You a soldier, right? You can handle this shit. Nigga get shot every day, b. No pun intended, but hey, knock on wood. But damn, nah, for real. That's like it's life. You know what I'm saying? It's what can happen will happen. God forbid, but just know.
Anything can go wrong. It will go wrong.
Mm-hmm. But if anything can go right, it will go right. And you in.
But people take that for granted. Like
Right.
they don't even realize that too. Like shoot, like you thought, like your mind is powerful. You thought about all the good shit that happened. You thought about it hard enough. Like okay, this is what should happen. This is what should happen.
Mhm.
And of course it's gonna happen. You know what I mean? And if you scared of something, that you track what you fear. Like you keep thinking about that shit, it's gonna happen, bro. So just know what you want, what it is to you, and make it that. So it's got to be what it is before it is what it is. That was a lot of words. Like I gotta further explain that, but that's just my little.
I think they y'all hear what he's saying. Y'all feel, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like,
A lot of this shit stems from also knowing who you are as a person too, though.
Like that kind of go back to the isolation. You gotta know who you
But
are.
nah, bro, it ain't even. It ain't even. See, I wouldn't even fully say isolation. It's about like not allowing yourself to be so consumed in other people's lives. Like we live in we live in a world right now where it's like everybody's lives all at the same time is all being viewed and portrayed at the same time. So like most of the time you only seeing other people's lives. You ain't even really looking at your own self and like looking inside and saying like, oh well damn, what the hell going on with me today type shit. Like you sitting there worried about next bitch post, you know what I'm saying, or whatever the case may be, all the time. You don't even know you got some shit going on with you. But like it ain't necessarily isolation. It's also like limiting your distractions as well, like your external distractions, limiting like what you allow yourself to view. Like shit, even on myself, like shit, I keep like a screen time limit on my social media apps. Like I can't get on Instagram longer than an hour a day or like some shit like that.
What you don't do is just.
Yeah. And yeah, no, a lot of this shit just stem from just knowing who you are, bro. You can't really sit there and address or take accountability in nothing that you're doing if you don't even know what you want, whatever the case may be. So people got to figure that shit out first. That shit takes time though too. I ain't gonna lie, that shit takes time for real. Especially as a young nigga, you know, you get so used to like how people view you or whatever that you kind of feel stuck in like a certain level of identity or whatever. But like I was saying before, like your old self gotta die. Like the version of yourself that people used to know, it has to change. It has to shift. Now it happens over time. It ain't gonna happen overnight, but like it just comes as a result of you doing different shit. You becoming a different person, like over time. And it's trial and error. Like we said before, you're gonna have so many obstacles in your way. You're gonna have so many little plateau moments in your life. But as long as you just maintain the goal of growth, period, and evolution, shit, you good, bro. Yeah.
Real shit. Okay, I want to do something for the ladies because I know they want to, what I'm saying, have some game too going into the new year.
Yeah.
Shit, you can go for us too though. How would you feel like? Not just saying like you really have one or anything. How would a opposite of the opposite sex? How would you or significant other type shit? You know what I'm saying? How do you feel like? What are the most important ways to make money with that person. You know what I'm saying? Like on some partnership, not even just a relationship, romantic type shit. Cause you gotta have a girl that want to make money too, right? We can all agree on that, right? Okay, man. How do you feel like the best way is for y'all to both accumulate money together, or even just be successful? Not even about money, just being successful.
I'm gonna be real. I feel like one, it started with like motherfuckers got to get out of this whole like idea that like something that works for a man ain't gonna work for a woman or vice versa. Like when it come to money and success and shit like that, that's like a what's the word I'm looking for? That's like a unisex thing. Like that shit is universal. It don't apply just strictly for men or strictly for women. So like all the shit that we talking about, that's free game for everybody. It don't matter if you male, female, like how old you are, whatever the case may be. These are life principles. Um, but like how to win with the opposite sex. I mean, I guess it kind of come down to like the same way you would win with any other individual. It just comes from like one like communication. Motherfuckers got to know where they both at and like what they both want out of life and kind of see where they can mesh and kind of fit in to each other's shit. Um, but I mean, and also too, I don't think necessarily everything's supposed to be like kind of on that level when it comes to relationships or with the opposite sex like that. To be honest with you, like me, coming from me personally, like I don't know, like all right, so let's say I'm starting my business and I got a girl or whatever. Like I'm not necessarily expecting her to like jump on board and be starting a business with me or some other shit. Like I'd rather her just start her own shit and we kind of share our processes together and kind of run it like that than like us be trying to stepping on each other's toes to try to do the same shit at the same time. Like I don't think shit work like that. At the end of the day, like everybody got their own role, um, and people should do what's really best for them at that point.
Okay. Hell yeah, that's a cool ass approach for real.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you feel like I do?
It's like I kind of agree with what you were saying, like in the beginning. Like it is, you know what I mean? It's not necessarily like about the money, you know, when you get it. But if y'all were, if it is about funds instead of fun, you know what I mean, then hell yeah, bro. I think the key to it is just you just gotta be all in. I'm kind of like all in or nothing, you know what I mean? So it's like yeah, it's just got to be all in. Like we do got to be on the same page. Like if I'm starting a business, you know what I mean. Like it's kind of like, yo, it's my shit. Like this is what's going on. Like it's especially if it's gonna affect us financially. You know what I mean. If you got your own stuff going on, if you already like he said, if you have your own shit going on, and we're trying to like, I'm trying to do something new, and I'm just coming in. Okay, yeah, I can see. You know, stay separate. You don't gotta barge in, but yeah, like me personally, yeah, I'm looking for like a partner. Hell yeah, like I'm looking for like the like yo come in and help and be beneficial. Yeah, exactly. And even just with whatever you can, like if that means that we get in a relationship and you just at home and you don't really do too much, you know what I mean? And then that's the part that you got to bring to the table, keep it going or something. You know what I mean? But as far as like making money, it's just like that's just the key, bro. It's just got to be all in. Like y'all both got to be every move that y'all make has to be towards that. You know what I mean? Because that's the only way anything's ever gonna work is if that's just the only option. You know what I mean? And and we gotta fail together. You know what I mean? We gotta win together and fail together. So it's just gotta be like a trust thing. Like it's definitely not just go find someone off the street and you start making money with it. Like that's not how money works. Money does take trust and it takes some building, you know what I mean? So you gotta be with someone that you want to build. So I guess that is important to who it is. You know what I mean? You gotta know that person, and you gotta money can't destroy y'all's relationship. You know what I mean? Like it's just what it is. You gotta know that that person's solid and it's gonna be there regardless if it's going good or going bad. So I think that's it. Just all in. I don't want to keep it deep,
No, I like both of y'all's like answers with that. That was dope. I feel like I'm agreeing with the both. You know what I'm saying? I feel like it's the same. Like you should have somebody with less like minded as you. You know what I'm saying? What they say, equally yoked. You know what I'm saying? I feel like
That's just gonna make your what is it? Like the girls you like, you know what I mean? Like
Oh yeah, it's gonna. Yeah, I have high standards for sure. Like yeah, for sure. I definitely got high standards. But it's like I feel like you gotta we gotta both be knowing like what's the bigger picture is. Like you said, it's not even about just the money. It's just about like you know my goals. You gotta respect that and actually make me more accountable for my goals. If I feel like I'm slacking off or some shit, I'm gonna do the same thing for you. So I expect you to do the same for me. And like if you already got your own motion coming into the relationship, I'm not gonna bring you down or nothing like that. It's really like I'm gonna help you up. So I'm gonna hold you accountable, even if I have my own thing before we got into a relationship. And even better if y'all start something together, then like you said, it's like y'all on top of the world. You know what I'm saying? Y'all both bringing in the same type of
Bro, that's the only way, bro.
facts.
Really, the
It's
only
a
way, 'cause then you
partnership.
build
You
it
know what
up
I'm
with
saying?
people, bro. If you get there without one, then you're not gonna have one afterwards. I mean, at least not a real.
Yeah.
At least not a real good.
A lot of times, like some people want to like just build with their partner. Like build with their girl or build with their man. From the ground up. And other people want to already have they shit they already up before they even get into a relationship. So how do y'all feel like? Y'all feel like it's better to grind with your partner and be up, or just actually grind by yourself and then be up, and then later on you find somebody.
Going back to his statement too, like shit, it's way better to grind with that person, like day one type shit. Not maybe not even day one, but like at least like somewhat, like you know what I'm saying? Yeah, bro.
At least you knew I existed. You like me.
Right before I was this nigga, you know what I'm saying? Because otherwise, like all that shit gonna be bullshit, bro. Like look at Jeff Bezos, Travis Hunter, like all these other different, like bro, you know what I'm saying? Like it's people like you got to realize at the end of the day, like a lot of women got a perception in their mind where all they want is a man like that so they can just get their bills taken care of or their lives taken care of, whatever because they be like.
So what if it's flip? What if it's look at a great example though? A great example. Y'all know Stunner for Vegas and Monaleo and shit.
No,
You know about Stunner for
I
okay,
mean, I
yeah,
know who they is.
yeah.
But I ain't know they.
Oh
Okay,
yeah,
okay.
yeah. I don't know. Like, what's going on?
Well, I'm using for an example. Like, okay, look, Stunner for Vegas had his run 5-6 years ago, right? He was hot. Then he kind of chilled out a little bit, right? Now his girl is hot right now as far as the female rappers and everything, and he respect what she got going on, and so they were already up before they even got into a relationship together. So whereas like I'm flipping it, where eventually like the male is the one who's like lower compared to the woman type of shit. Y'all feel like it's different or like that shouldn't work like that or what?
Yeah, I feel like we don't really know. Like,
That's
yeah,
real though. That's
like,
real.
I feel like that's just that is something for someone else to perceive. But I mean, I don't think that plays like a part. I mean, that is hard though. It's hard. I don't really know.
That's what I'm
Yeah,
saying. Like they think about it like, oh, I'm gonna get a rich nigga and he gonna do all this and do that. Do we think about, oh, I'm gonna get a rich bitch, she gonna do this and do
yeah.
that?
See, that's the thing. Like, I don't really think that's in the male psyche to even thinking of shit like that. To be like, oh, I'm gonna depend on another. Like, I'm gonna depend on a woman to like take care of me and all that. Like, that don't even sound right coming out of a nigga mind. You know what I'm saying? But like, um, and then you also got to think of the standpoint too. Like it ain't even in the male psyche. Like most men that are in relationships with women that make more money than them have hella insecurities because it's like, well, damn, my bitch don't really need me. Like she don't like it. Ain't nothing that I can provide that she can't already get on her own. So it's like from a nigga standpoint, he like, well, damn, what stop her from, you know what I'm saying, whoop de whoop with another nigga or something like that? Because it ain't the nigga that really mattered to her at that point for real. Like she just choosing at that point. But yeah, so I mean, I don't know. I don't personally, from my understanding, like a lot of relationships kind of don't end up working out if the woman make more money than the nigga, just because like the male psyche is just so fucked up that we can't even rely on somebody like that.
So that's why I brought up like Stunner and Monaleo type shit. Like,
But then also too, like that's behind. Like
well, look
we
at
only looking from the outside looking in.
Jay Z, and it was just Beyonce with Beyonce type shit. Like, I feel like really still Beyonce is more famous than Jay Z, right?
I mean, she more famous, but he got more paper than
Yeah,
her
for
though.
sure.
Yeah, like that nigga do.
That shit goes to the male. Yeah, that shit goes to
But like he comfortable in his own, like he know who he is. He had his own role, emotional shit like that. And, you know, he respected what his.
But that's also too because he know he Jay-Z though.
Right.
Like
So
Jay-Z got a museum, nigga.
Yeah, he got a museum.
Yeah, like I ain't gonna lie. Like if I had a museum, I don't give a fuck what bitch I got. Like what you go tell me? Like
but look,
what the
but that goes back to security though. Like
yeah,
male secure and like you know what I'm saying. Basically, what I'm saying is a nigga shouldn't be hating on his bitch making more money.
yeah, nah, definitely,
Right.
Facts.
Like a bitch. Like I don't want to say that.
Yeah. Get this nigga the mic.
Crash. That. No. Hey, but on me, right?
Hey, we are not calling y'all bitches.
Yeah, disclaimer. We love women.
No, yes. A woman, you know what I mean? If she makes a lot of money, you feel me? That only sets the standard for the male. That should motivate the male, you know what I mean, to up his stuff because you know he is supposed to like be dominant. You know what I mean? Like taking care of everything. But that doesn't that doesn't stop the girls from doing stuff. You know, just what you're saying, you know what I mean? Like
you know what I'm saying? Like,
exactly.
My girl making bands, what the fuck? Like shit turn me up.
On me,
But if these niggas out here that would just hate on that shit, like you said, that's 9 times out of 10 that relationship won't work. Because they're insecure about the fact that their girl making more money or doing more.
Yeah, I feel like if it gets to that point, then the dude might just be, you know, doing something wrong, or might need to step up a little bit or something. You know what I mean? Like, because you shouldn't be hating your partner. You should be working with your partner.
And then
you know what I
women
mean?
don't put him down for that.
Exactly.
That nigga up.
That is true. But you gonna put him down unconsciously, like without even thinking about that you're putting him down just because, you know what I mean? But that's how it's supposed to be, though. That should be motivation to anyone. That should be motivation to anyone that if your girl's making more money than you. But shit, yeah, you can't just stay there. That's on them.
Yeah. And women, y'all can't for y'all nigga that's making more money, like he's the breadwinner in a relationship. Y'all can't just be dependent on him. I hope y'all not doing that. I mean, we know some of y'all are, but like, don't do that type of shit.
You gotta
Like
he gotta depend on you for something.
Right, you know what I'm saying? It should motivate you. This is everything else motivates him. You know what I'm saying? Like if he's a breadwinner relationship, you should want to cater to him. You know what I'm saying? Or just bring something else, or add something of value towards that because he's working his ass off.
There's something. There's always something.
There's always something. It ain't always got to be pussy.
And that's what someone else can bring to the
That's a
table.
fact, bro. That's a fact, bro. That pussy goes up for me. It might make you feel good for 15, 20
You know what I'm saying? Make you feel good. It make you feel good though. It do make you feel good. Not that we're complaining, but yeah, we're not complaining. We're not complaining.
Oh, let me say something about So I know we mentioned the term equally yoked earlier, but I think people also don't understand what that means either because I think a lot of people think that equally yoked mean that you and your partner got to be able to lift the same weight or carry the same load, and that ain't the case. Like being equally yoked means that all right, cool. Um, maybe our relationship is 70-30, right? If it come to a point where I only got 50, can you bring up that other 50? Can you hold up that other, like put that extra 20% in to match my 50? Or is I'm gonna have to like overexert myself to now carry an extra load that I couldn't carry already? That's what equally yoked means. Just being able to balance each other out as much as you possibly can. So like in regards to like let's say you a man in a relationship and you dealing with a woman that don't provide as much or don't like financially make as much as you, right? That woman has to be able to pick up the weight in some category. Like some category. She has to be supportive or be able to cook or be able to like do something that adds some type of value, makes your life or one aspect or area of your life just a little bit easier so that you can keep providing. Uh, so yeah. But that's all I got.
Great definition of being equally yoked. You know what I'm saying? Y'all got anything else? Any more free game you want to add on the pod for this episode?
Stay focused, stay disciplined, stay consistent.
Say it again.
Stay focused, stay disciplined, and stay consistent.
No bullshit.
Shit, yeah, go hard, man. Go hard. Go harder.
Nah, for real.
Even harder than that.
You gotta think, shit, we ain't dead yet.
Hey, for real,
You know what I'm saying?
we young and turnt. You know what I'm saying? You gotta know that shit as soon as you wake up every day. I'm young and turnt with motion, nigga.
I'm blessed.
I'm
That's
blessed.
what it is.
I'm here, nigga. Thank you for another day. No bullshit.
Yeah, you got opportunities that motherfuckers don't get. Shit. You know, people die in their sleep, so
Yeah.
shit, you wake up, it's a blessing. Go and take the day like it's a blessing.
Every new day is a white canvas, man. What type of picture you gonna paint? With that being said, we thank y'all for tuning in to episode 12. Yeah. First pod episode of the year. Y'all be blessed. Have a good 2025. We say, hey, loaded.
Lance Trail, man.
And the
And Adrian's over here.
Yeah. Y'all tap in. Let's get it.